Half-Life, and everyone else is Half-Life. Now, when you run about Half-Life on computer, it's gonna need about 12 Half-Life of gigs. That's equivalent to one Half-Life. Now, Half-Life is about $60 on the market today,
Oh my
and we
god.
really need some help about getting the word out about Half-Life. Now, if you haven't heard, Half-Life is about $60 on the market, and
No,
we
it's
need
not.
some help about getting it out there. Now, if you were to say, hey, I like Half-Life already and I already have all the games, well, that's great. Get on and start playing. Because everybody needs to play Half-Life now. And Half-Life, oh no, my Half-Life team is about to die. Well, that's okay. They're doing alright by themselves. You know, because they have Half-Life, and that's really all we're here for. It's just for the game of Half-Life. Now, if you were here to hear in the promotion of the streets, as the hoodlums say, Half-Life is about sorry, I mean Half-Life.
Half-Life
Is what we call them. Because they're so enthused about Half-Life.
Enthused.
So it's just another scenario that they don't have to go through because they know the grind of Half-Life, and they know what we want from them as a Half-Life player in Half-Life.
Jordan, I just muted Connor.
And I can still hear the guy who just muted me
So
because
much better.
he's so enthusiastic.
Just right click his name in the chat.
Mute about Half-Life. So now, if you were to mute a guy about Half-Life,
I don't care.
obviously, you can still hear the Half-Life scenarios that you guys are just obviously putting out because you're so enthusiastic about Half-Life. Now, for some reason, Half-Life is such an enthusiastic game, and it's so well
Let me know
done
when he
that
stops.
everybody is just down to play Half-Life, to be honest. Like, there's no scenario where they're not down to play Half-Life. Like, Half-Life is just such a game where you can just walk around and you have half a life, and you just have your life, and half of it to have Half-Life level 2. And,
Level 2, wow.
yeah, level 2 Half-Life. If you didn't know, that was pay to win in Half-Life,
That,
but
like,
not really.
Is that like level 1
I
Half-Life?
mean, you pay for the
2?
game and you win by playing Half-Life. So I guess in a scenario where that you pay for Half-Life, pay to win.
Yeah.
Because Half-Life is the game that you play whenever you want, anywhere you want, and all the time that you want. You know, and just devote it to Half-Life, and you'll.
That's what I would do.
I would recommend that you play it right now as Half-Life.
What game are you talking
Your
about?
life that it takes to play it, and if you start right now, you won't waste your time with Half-Life. So if you really take your time about seriousness of Half-Life, it's very considerate of other people playing Half-Life. Now, if you really wanted to get your friends saying, hey guys, I love playing Half-Life with my other friends, it would be really helpful of Half-Life, and the muting system in Half-Life is not, and so you can talk about all your Half-Life experiences all you want.
Take what you need, my friend.
Obviously,
Within
everybody
reason,
would be
of
talking
course.
about Half-Life experiences playing Half-Life, so that's the very first thing you'd probably
the
do.
grindstone.
Play some
If
Half-Life.
you've got the raw
Talking
materials,
about your Half-Life
you can
experience.
use the forge to make something
Now,
new.
if you just look at your game archive, all you should have is Half-Life, nothing else. If you have anything else, you're clearly a Half-Life player, and you want to play it as much as you can. So you Half-Life it. You just get on your saddle and Half-Life that all the way to the max. You know, and you're really just trying to Half-Life that to death. You know.
You'd think.
And you're just trying to go the extra Half-Life mile.
You know,
And
can I just stop you right there?
Shut your dirty mouth. And
Is he still going?
You're gonna have you're gonna have
He'll wear himself out
Half-Life.
eventually.
Can I add something here,
Going
Connor?
to the
Can I-
going to the market.
You
put
think
something
they'd
on
that.
teach you this
Figurative
stuff in
market.
school?
They don't teach you Half-Life school. They just Half-Life you. They just go in your Half-Life and they just totally just Half-Life you up, man. You're in the game, you go. You're just in the game, you go about your Half-Life scenarios. You know? How about, let's say you get a cup of water and you spill that water, bam, Half-Life fills it up. Now you have more water.
But wait
Bottle,
a minute.
now Half-Life
But
too.
wait, there's more.
Wait a
So
minute.
now,
If
and
your
then your phone
Half-Life
that got wrecked by the
Half-Life
puddle of
only
water
fills
that
up
you
the cup of
dropped
water
in your Half-Life of water,
halfway.
so your phone becomes Half-Life Episode 2. We'll get to that in a second. So I've been talking about Half-Life. Thank you for understanding how important this obviously is. I don't care if there's a building burning down. It doesn't matter. Half-Life is obviously more important than this. I've been talking about for maybe an hour and a half. So now,
Shit, there goes that
now
going to
if you can just slightly
By
move
the way,
yourself out of
guys,
the
thanks
Discord
for,
and go
tuning
play
into
some
this-
Half-Life.
This
Shut your dirty mouth. I'm
podcast
still talking, you
brought to you
noob.
by Half-Life.
Halflife.com
Is he
slash
still going?
Half-Life. This is the real thing, Half-Life.
Oh my
You
god.
didn't think
still
Half-Life
going.
was just a
Did you
thing
unmute
that
him?
I do. Half-Life is just life, man. It's just a half. What does Half-Life spell out for you? It just spells life with a half. You know?
Must have run off.
And it's all you ever want in a life. You just have that life up.
Godlack is the one who
So
figures it.
you just
Godlack is the
go
one who
ahead and
figures
just
out
have
who
that
can be a
life up that
companion.
you wanted.
So talk to him.
All of it.
It's
All
not
the life you wanted was just half of your life. So then you can carry it around with you when you want. So then thanks for the burp of Half-Life.
Oh my god.
So I just
The
wanted
burp
to
of
jump in of Half-Life, show you what it's all about. And
Alright,
so
well, show me
what
it's
it's
all
really
about.
about is Half-Lifing your enemies. Not even, actually you don't even have enemies
Wait a minute.
type of game.
Half-lifing the enemies as in...
Half-lifing the enemies is not a thing, because everybody half that scenario. So it's not even worth it at this point to Half-Life your enemies, because they're basically your friends at this point in the game. Everybody already played the game, everybody loves the game, you know it, you love it, everything about it. You know, Half-Life this, Half-Life that, you love it, don't even deny
City's
it.
closed with the drug. Fine.
You wanted it,
We'll be
you
keeping
got
an
it,
eye on
it's
you.
Half-Life. You know, it's too good to become a Half-Life enthusiasm.
I've got a-
Enthusiast
got a
about
question about
Put your dirty mouths
half-lifing
not
your
done.
enemies.
Half-Life is about 2 hours of commitment to yourself
When
and
you
to
said
your other selves,
Half-life your
and
enemies.
to Half-Life your
Hey,
butt
whatever it
talks.
takes, but we
So
must have
get
more
bigger and all the
Remain or
Half-Life
Battleborn.
stuff wants you.
Then you're
You
either
know.
a Stormcloak sympathizer.
See,
or
there's
a
no
fool.
abandoning.
You-
There's no
You're no friend of
system
mine.
to abandon. So it embeds itself in your PC. There's no really way to get around it. Obviously, you're not gonna want to leave the game anyway. Because who wants to leave Half-Life? Half-Life is half your life. So there's no point in leaving it when it's half of your life. Might as well, you know, keep playing it for your full life, because half of it might actually be tainted. So when you get past half of your life,
to be tainted than
you
all
get
of it.
you get all the Half-Life experiences of the real life IRL situation. See, as I'm entering my Half-Life scenario, I just go like this and I Half-Life them all. See how I just stuck them all to Half-Life?
I
So
don't see that.
so now open up your eyes. You're blind. As you when you can little bits Half-Life in your life.
Little bit.
is not receiving visitors.
First thing I grabbed off my table after a good 2 hours of not eating was little bits.
Who's this then?
Now what they are is
So,
you
you
open
were
them up
Helgen.
just like this, What they
But
are
it's none of
is
my concern.
little bits
Fine.
of
Irileth was right.
Half-Life.
You say no.
Obviously,
That's
I don't know why I was stuttering about this Half-Life little bits part. It's a DLC. It's free. Don't worry about it. It's all in the Half-Life experience. Also, there's no feed. There's no kill feed. There's no feeding because no one hates anybody in Half-Life. Everybody's just all about it. So when you put all the keys together, you finally get a good Half-Life, and 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 you just like, oh yeah, this Half-Life is very welcome, and you just take it all in as you just approach Half-Life. Hold on, I got a message from my producer. He said Half-Life is now on a discount of $40. So Half-Life, $40 now. What a deal. You should go and buy Half-Life right now. Now, me and my friends, we play Half-Life all the time. Obviously, you can tell. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm playing Half-Life. Now, Half-Life 2 is a little bit more complicated for the Stop making me laugh, dude.
You said
How long was I talking for?
you're just like Half-Life. You heard it right now, folks. It's only $40 when Half-Life is $10.
The steal.
Got a message from my producer.
Dude, how long was I talking for?
I don't know. We'll see just a second.